Shortly, the Chancellor, accompanied by the academic procession, will enter the graduation hall. As they've taken their positions on stage, Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of our national anthem. Would you please stand for the academic procession?
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Budjumulinawul, everyone. Good morning and Nalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here this morning. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it, And so he enrolled his daughter, Bulgari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them and became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in more traditional times when clan groups were smaller and camps abided by strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 240 years ago, or a little under, he encountered a people whom he described as one of the happiest people he had ever met. They owned nothing but the tools they carried, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. Now, these were not primitive societies, these were ancient cultures. So there was no slavery, no rich and poor, no rents or mortgages, and no homelessness. People cooperated to collect the resources which were needed, and then they were shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained with fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. So remember, this is not a dream or an ideal. This was normal life for us, and for the longest time, and not too very long ago either. And there's little reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us, but we're clever people, and there's still much magic in the world, I believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, and we are naturally happy and healthy. So look after the country, share your gifts with the rest of us, and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident that together we can put together a country and a world that we can be proud of, and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you, and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you, and welcome to country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan, AO.
Thank you, Chris Tobin, for your welcome to country. Here at Macquarie University, we're proud of our relationship with the Darug people, whose customs and cultures have nurtured this land since the Dreamtime. So on behalf of Macquarie University, and on behalf, I'm sure, of everyone here, I offer our thanks and respect to all of their elders, past and present. Well, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, first I want to thank all of you for coming. A graduation ceremony is a very, very important celebration of achievement. The achievements, of course, of our graduands, but also of the university. So it's very good that you're here, and I'm very grateful that you are. I also want to especially thank those of you who have brought children with you today. It's good for them that they're here, because their memories of today and of the importance of today may one day be the thing that inspires them to emulate the successes of today's graduands. And their presence is also good for us, because every celebration is enhanced by the presence of children. Now, unless children have changed enormously since I was a child, Few of them will be able to stay quiet or still for the duration of a graduation ceremony. I don't expect them to, I don't want them to, and I don't want you to worry if they don't. They are most welcome, and please let them run around and make as much commotion as they like. Now, the most important thing today is that our graduands have a great day. I hope today will be a really great day for all of you, a happy and memorable occasion for you, because you deserve to take pride, great pride in your graduation. Now, it will only be a happy day, by the way, and a memorable day if you all relax. Some of you look quite relaxed, but some of you still look so nervous that you'd think you're about to go into the examination room. I am assured you've all passed your exams, so please just sit back and enjoy the day, because you deserve to take pride, great pride, in your graduation. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind. You need determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. So welcome and congratulations to each and every one of you. I also want to congratulate all of you who are here today as the guests of our graduands. The very fact that you've been invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you've been very important in their lives and in the successes that we celebrate today. And I don't want you to think either that observing today's graduation is the end of your role, because I have another very important service for you to perform for our newest graduates, as they will soon become. I want you to make sure that the degrees they receive today are never ever put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. Now, the ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones our graduands are wearing today, and participating in ceremonies just like this one. Indeed, there are some 50 universities in the world which can trace their history back more than 500 years. Now, Macquarie, of course, is not one of them. We're a very young university. We celebrated our 50th anniversary only 4 years ago. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. Those of us who went to school in New South Wales were taught that Macquarie was a great builder, and he was. But his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. It was the ethos he established, much to the annoyance of the British authorities, of an egalitarian society, because it was Macquarie's insistence that in this fledgling convict colony there be no distinction between the free and the freed that was the foundation of the Australian notion of a fair go for all. And that is a legacy that here at Macquarie we will always aim to maintain and honour. Now, notwithstanding Macquarie's greatness, I think it's fair to acknowledge that some of his actions would certainly not pass muster today. Removing Aboriginal children from their families, even for the purpose of their own education, would certainly not be tolerated today. I wonder how many things we accept today that we will one day look back on with shame. One of the attributes I hope Macquarie University will impart to all its students is the capacity for moral and ethical reflection, and a yearning always to help right the wrongs, not just of the past, but also of our own time. After our first 54 years, we now have over 184,000 Macquarie graduates living in more than 140 countries. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We're now ranked in the top 2% of the world's universities. From our beginnings, we have defied the traditional boundaries of academia. We've pioneered, and we continue to pioneer, learning and teaching approaches that challenge conventions and shift thinking. Our students play a major role in their own learning and are empowered to guide what and how they learn. We're also research pioneers. Our framework for the future, world-leading research with world-changing impact, is brought to life by renowned researchers whose bold and innovative solutions to issues of global significance are of enormous benefit to the world we live in. And by the way, that's not some idle boast. I'm sure almost everyone here at some stage makes use of Wi-Fi. Now, it might surprise you to learn that Wi-Fi was not developed at Harvard University or Oxford University or Sydney University. No. Wi-Fi was developed by Macquarie University scientists and engineers in conjunction with scientists from the CSIRO. Now, I think that's something that we can be very proud of at Macquarie University, as can the CSIRO. And the research that is currently underway at Macquarie is no less significant than that. I'm sure all of you will be aware of the recent death of Professor Stephen Hawking, a brilliant scientist and a marvellous and inspiring man. The disease he fought almost all of his life was motor neurone disease, and I'm very proud to say that our Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences is at the forefront. In fact, I think it's fair to say we are the Australian leader in helping to find a cure for that dreadful disease. In fact, we have countless research projects underway, all of which have enormous potential to add to the world's knowledge and well-being. We're also proud of some of our new or relatively new facilities, including our Australian Hearing Hub, our library and our hospital. We're the only university in Australia which owns and operates our own hospital. And of course that's not only used by the medical researchers and academic staff that we have here, but it's also used for its primary purpose of treating sick people. And I can attest personally that it does that very, very well. I was a patient there a few years back for 3 nights, and I can assure you that the treatment you get is absolutely fantastic, especially if you're the Chancellor, so I recommend it to you. Now, not all of our facilities, of course, are first class, and we're doing a lot to try to make all of them fit for purpose. That's why when you arrived here today, you may have thought for a moment that you were visiting a war zone. The big hole in the ground outside, just behind me, is the site of our new central courtyard, which will house new food and beverage facilities, other social and study areas, as well as on-campus student accommodation. A little further away, our arts faculty building, one of our oldest, has been completely gutted and will be replaced by a new arts precinct, which will also include new spaces for our superb museums and galleries. So we're looking forward, and we are on the move. Here at Macquarie, we have a very clear and straightforward mission, and that mission is to transform people's lives and to improve the lives not just of our own students, but also of people all around the globe by the work and achievements of our graduates and by the fruit of our research. We want Macquarie always to be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. And graduands, in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. Now, graduands, it's our pleasure at today's ceremony to honour, in accordance with a resolution of the University Council, Sri Sekar Navikar, for admission to the degree of Doctor of Letters Honoris Causa of Macquarie University. Now, unfortunately, Mr Navikar is not here with us today. On his way here from India on the weekend, he took ill and is now in Bankstown Hospital, where we wish him a very speedy recovery. However, we are very pleased that his son Nachiket Navakar is with us and will accept the degree on his father's behalf and will also read his father's occasional address. I now invite Professor Bruce Doughton, Vice-Chancellor, to read the citation. Thank you.
I now invite Mr. Nachiket N. Chandra to please stand for the citation. Shekhar Dinanath Navekar, popularly known as N. Chandra, is a veteran of the South Asian film industry. He was born in Mumbai and graduated from Mumbai University in Arts with honours in literature before entering the field of cinema and television. Today, he has nearly 40 years of experience in the screen industry, and his many awards include the Konkani Lifetime Achievement Award presented by the Government of Goa in India. Besides being responsible for some of Bollywood's biggest successes in film and popular music, N. Chandra has played a leading role in developing Bollywood as a major cultural influence across South Asia and globally. He has established his own production and processing companies to enhance the capacity of the Indian film industry. More recently, he has extended his activities to working in Hollywood. N. Chandra is deeply committed to nurturing the next generation of screen professionals, both in India and around the world. To pass on his skills, understanding and experience, he has given young people many opportunities to work in the film industry and has been a member of the governing council of the Film and Television Institute in India, the most prestigious film school in that country. He also serves as a judge in many competitions and as an advisor to local and national film festivals, publications, and universities. Recently, he was appointed the chairman of the West Zone and a member of the jury for India's 64th National Film Festival Awards. N. Chandra has established a warm and productive relationship with Macquarie University's screen program in the Faculty of Arts, working with this university to build the South Asia Film, Arts and Literature Festival as a successful community event and developing opportunities for interns from Macquarie's programs to work in Bollywood and connect with the international film industry. His very real commitment to building industry links between Australia and South Asia and fostering the young talent in Macquarie's screen program opens new avenues for creative and cultural growth. Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present Mr. Nachiket Navakar N. Chandra on behalf of Mr. Shekhar Dinanath Navakar N. Chandra for the award of the degree Doctor of Letters honoris causa for his significant contribution to the film industry and Macquarie University.
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Chancellor, it is my honour to admit Sri Shekhar Navakar to the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa, and I ask you to please convey our congratulations to him and wish him a speedy recovery. I now invite Mr. Nachiket Navakar to deliver the occasional address on behalf of his father. Please welcome Mr. Navakar.
I'll try my best. Honorable Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Deans, the University Executive, esteemed faculty members, fellow students, and respected ladies and gentlemen. I'm humbled and overwhelmed, and I still can't believe that I'm receiving such a prestigious honor from one of the most prestigious universities in the world in your august presence. This is a defining moment of my life. As a filmmaker, which I started almost 49 years back when I joined the film industry in December 1969 as an apprentice in editing. It was indeed a very hard, painful, and sometimes even humiliating journey. But now, when I'm standing here and receiving this huge honor, I feel whatever I've been through was very much worth it. I thank Macquarie University from the bottom of my heart for giving me this pleasure. I would like to mention 4 angels who were responsible for my taking and sustaining this cruel journey and reaching at this pinnacle of my career. First angel was my mother, who was a lower division clerk in Municipal Corporation of Mumbai. She always knew the importance of education, reading, and traveling. She knew that these are the things which widen a person's vision, make him wise, all-inclusive, and compassionate human being. So she always encouraged us to read and travel. Her salary was mere 80 rupees, which was not good enough even to make 2 ends meet for a family of 4. But still, she somehow managed to take us out on a tour, at least 2 times in a year. I will just narrate one incident when she had no money at all, and she wanted to take us out. She had a cousin who was working with Indian Railways, which had a practice of giving every employee and his family a free pass every 2 years to go on a holiday. My mother made some settlement with him by promising him some money, and we traveled by impersonating her cousin's family. I was somebody else. My sister was somebody else. Since it was free travel, we for the first time traveled out of our state of Maharashtra to northern India. I saw the abundant beauty of nature and awesome spectacle called the Himalayas. It is a great example of a mother's love for her children and how far she can go and take the risk to provide them with what needed their growth. Due to mother's influence, my brother Girish and sister Shailaja earned their master's degrees. I was struggling after the schooling, and I joined the film industry at the age of 17 as an apprentice in editing department. But understanding the importance of education, while working, I joined the morning college and took bachelor's honors degree in literature in the University of Mumbai. I enrolled myself for master's degree, but could not complete it because of the growing workload, as I grew up from an apprentice to a second assistant director, and then finally to a chief assistant director. This growth happened due to the second angel, Mr. Gulzar, the most renowned and legendary filmmaker, writer, lyricist, poet, and producer of India. He is a recipient of the most prestigious Dada Saheb Phalke Award because it is the greatest honor conferred on a film personality every year by the government of India. I'm lucky to have got the opportunity to work with him from his clapper boy to his most loved chief assistant. We called him Bhai, means brother. The industry calls me his assistant, but I always call myself his disciple because I came from a semi-slum area in Mumbai, and my language was very rough. I learned from him not only filmmaking, writing, but also manners and etiquettes. My Hindi and English was awful, but because of him, I not only learned to read, write, and speak fluent Hindi and English languages, but also learned speaking and reading Urdu language. The third angel is not a person, but an organization called the Yuvak Kranti Dal, loosely meaning the Battalion of Revolutionary Youth. Gulzar Bhai and Yuvak Kranti Dal happened almost at the same time in my life because I joined Gulzar Bhai in 1970, and around 1968-69, youth of the nation was getting disillusioned, and it was getting disillusioned with the unfulfilled promises that leaders had given of bright India after the independence in 1947. In Maharashtra, the youths of different ideologies were forming activist groups. Some followed communism, some followed democratic ways, and some even formed right-wing groups. Even Indian films saw a rise in parallel cinema with the themes of unrest, suppression, injustice, moral and financial corruptions in the Indian society. My elder brother Girish and sister Shailaja were the founder members of the democratic organization Yuvak Kranti Dal. The group used to come to our place in a municipal chawl in the night. We had just 2 small rooms, so they used to sit outside in veranda and talk about Marx, Lenin, Che Guevara, their philosophies of haves and have-nots, discuss the books like Philosophy of Poverty and its counter-answer by Lenin, Poverty and Philosophy. I was not even the member of the organization, but I used to sit behind them and listen to their talk, and then try to get some books on the topic and read it. That experience gave me a perspective of looking at things and incidents and analyzing them with a socio-political point of view. That is why all my films have a social issue at the core of the story, though sometimes the film is a commercial venture. The fourth angel is my wife, Jayashri, means victory. She has stood firmly by me like a rock through thick and thin during this roller coaster ride for last 39 years since we got married. Everybody in the world knows how possessive a woman is about her house and her jewelry. But when I could not convince any producer to give me my first break as a director, and I decided to produce a film myself with all newcomers actors, by selling our house, which was bought with a hard-earned money, my wife not only supported me, but also took up a job in a bank for me to feel free to work. At one juncture, when the film was stopped due to the want of money, she allowed me to sell her jewelry, with which I completed and released my first film in March 1986. Film was Ankush, means a weapon to control. Ankush went on to become a sleeper hit and gave me name, fame, money overnight. Only thing is, that night was 17 years long. Now I can safely add a 5th name in that list of angels. That name is Macquarie University. Yes, Macquarie University has completed the circle that I started walking 49 years back by recognizing and endorsing on my struggles, my efforts, my quest for satisfying my creative urge, and conferring this honorary degree on me before any other entity could do it. I and my family will always be indebted to the Macquarie University for this. I promise I always will be available for the Macquarie University and its students in any which way they want to share my experience with them. I once again thank the Macquarie University and the persons behind this decision. Thank you and love you all.
Well, graduands and ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree that really was a marvellous occasional address, and it's just a pity that Dr. Navakar was not here to deliver it personally, but he certainly was well represented by his son. Now, of course, Dr. Navakar, whilst he's not with us here in person, it occurred to me, listening to the occasional address, that he will at some stage be able to see the live streaming, and so I think we should send him a greeting in the form of a very, very loud round of applause. And I might say we're very, very pleased to be his fifth angel. I just hope we're as worthy as his first four angels. I certainly hope so. Well now, graduands, I mentioned earlier that there's nothing for you to be worried about at these ceremonies. All that matters is that you have a great day and that you relax. But I have to say this is the one part of the ceremony that makes me just a little bit nervous, because I was informed by a colleague of mine, a very eminent lawyer many years ago, that if I conferred a degree on someone who was not eligible to receive it, it was very, 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 very difficult, if not impossible, for me to take it back. So what I have to do now is make sure that each and every one of you is qualified to graduate. So for that reason, I'm going to call upon the Registrar, Gail White, to give me an ironclad guarantee that none of you were ever late in submitting an assignment and that none of you ever skipped a class. Can you give me those assurances, please?
Yes, Chancellor.
That settles that.
I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
Graduands, in the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts, and I call on Professor Martina Mollering, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts, to present the graduates. Professor Mollering.
Chancellor, students and staff in this faculty work together within and across disciplinary boundaries to ask questions about socially complex problems. They identify paths of research, analyse and communicate ideas in creative formats, and reflect on the skills and knowledge they will need to understand the world, past, present, and future. Students are encouraged to use their skills and talents to connect with local and global communities. This faculty includes research and study areas in ancient history, anthropology, English, Indigenous studies, geography and planning, international studies, law, media, music, communication and cultural studies, modern history, politics and international relations, philosophy, sociology, and security studies and criminology. Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Arts whom you have admitted to degrees. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Science. Terry Jane Baldizar. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Ancient History, Elise N. Cannon. Casey Jung. Caitlin Lawler. Joel O'Neill. Miriama Vasiti Simmons. Natasha Juanita Snedden. Meredith Jazia Spedden. Madeleine Ivy Stamboulis. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Archaeology. Michaela Dixon, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Gillian K. Anderson. Dimitri Baltus. Charlie Helen Baroni. Haley Bowen. Gordon Broom. David Chan. Anita Chitranon. Angus Dalton. Georgie Davis. Mitchell Derbyshire. Alyssa Lauren Drake. Arthur Stanley Dungate. Therese Marie Dykman. Siobhan Mivanwi Elliott. Jack Fake. Charlotte Rose Fisher. Nicole Fu. Lauren Franks. Lisa Furlinger. Preeti Gadia. Hayley Suzanne Givens. Sarah Halliburton. Charlotte Ada Harrison. William Huan Tai Hong. Jun Juan Hua. Ryan Emerson Stewart Hunter. Isabel Hurst. Matthew Walter Hyman. Victoria Ireland. Monica Joe. Eleanor Jones. Sarah Grace Joseph. Joshua William Kent. Jack Kingsland Wills. Emma N. Quasha. Geneviève Lebon. Marie Angeline Lichalko. You will be seeing Marie in a minute, but for the time being, we've got Ji Jun Lee. Marie Angeline Lichalko. Katie Lochran. Michael Muglies. Benjamin James Mannion. Sarah Montosco. Emi Sujiyama Marriage. Donald James Masters. Angela May McDowell. Emily Jane McIntyre. Catherine Rose McKellar. Claire Morrill. Cindy Lee Morris. Nicole Newton. Ashley Patinon. Hannah Jane Pollard. Michael Poniris. Riata Grace Ranford. Sophie Richardson. Talea Semways. Michael Stewart Smith. Mitchell John Staniforth. Meredith Christine Stewart. McLean Sullivan. Stephanie Patricia Trainer. Gabriela Tuboli Vicente Moreno. Jérôme Antoine Vallée-Green. Olivia Emmeline Walton. Sarah West. James Morgan Willoughby. Anna Worsley. Lua Mandrang. Richard John Thompson, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Media. Jane Andrews. Tiffaine Eileen Chloé Bandeau Thomas. Luke Dale. Fatih Nabila Monte Mohamed Arifi. Hekmat Hudzilan. Hiba Idris. Brittany Klein. Michael Dimitri Kokaris. James Robert Martin. Eliza McPhee. Danica Alice Moore. Brandon Christopher Morgan. Andrew Dalton Powell. Greta Collier-Quealy. Madeline and Verity Richardson. Liam Marcus Sanford. Dina Shirazi. Harrison James Stringer. Eric Suaning. Caitlin Tom. Rebecca Vesperman. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media. Emily Ackermans. Brooke Bowery. Bethany Ann Chung. Lucas Sebastian Maat. Sarah Oskay. Matthew Kevin Pym. Natalia Sofia Wojtowicz. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Planning. Olivia Betts. Timothy Buvalda. Jack Alexander Davis. Aaron Matthew Essenhigh. Atef Kazi. Nicholas James Keeler. Ryan Thomas Lennox. Thomas Adam Moisiguk. Rachel Jane Walker. Ryan David White. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Creative Industries with the degree of Master of Future Journalism. Gloria Virginia Portillo Soto. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of International Communication with the degree of Master of International Relations. Dalia Corina Parda Pinedo. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Ancient History. Ralph Price, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Arts. Catherine Jane Hughes. Carmel Whitty. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Children's Literature, Rachel Elizabeth Bullock. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Creative Industries, Sophia Douglas. Fernji Jiang. Yue Chiang. Lin Sun. Xiao Wen Zhang. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Creative Media, Chan David Chiff. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Creative Writing, Rennie Kim Allen. Mary Ellen Quirk. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Environmental Planning, Chloe Alexandra de Grand. Abhishek Kampala. Sarah Jabeen Christie. Yu Lee. Lucy Christina Loiseau. Kishore Mahajan. Dan Dan Shang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Future Journalism, Omo Janet Bello. Beth Ellen Hedfield. Natalie Olak Fafan.
She's from Mexico.
Mei Joanne Su. Jiung Wu. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Global Health and Development Studies, Amy Forth. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of International Communication, Yian Shen. Luis da Silva Lima. Xuan Ting Dong. Gokle. Zhe Shao Liu. Millicent Melania Matzena. Patini Serter. Sheena Boram Singh. Pamela Yung Yung Gib. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Planning. Wonwin Victoria Inglis. I present the diplomat awarded the Graduate Diploma of Indigenous Education, Alyssa Pauline Meek. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Paris Antonianiadis for a thesis entitled Procopius and Political Realism. Olivier Yahuche for a thesis entitled Interrogating Corporate Social Responsibility Through the Lens of Environmental Justice, the Case of Corporate Waste. Kendall Dennis King for a thesis entitled To Pay or Not to Pay? How do free virtual studio technologies compare to their paid counterparts? Seung Jae Ko for a thesis entitled Multi-Perspective Storytelling in Cinema. Rebecca Sarev for a thesis entitled The Paradoxes of Mental Illness Recovery Narratives. Anthony Charles Sogito for a thesis entitled Us versus Them, the construction of fan authority in the online defense of Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. Joyce Xiaoxun Wong for a thesis entitled Narrative and Transmedia Branding, Storytelling in Macy's Believe Christmas Campaign. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Ellie Crooks for a thesis entitled Beatrice, Guinevere, Joan and Nicolette, a cross-section of Britain's perception of womanhood in the long 19th century and its convergence with medievalism. Dr. Stephen Charles Darlow for a thesis entitled A Chronological Investigation of the Middle Kingdom Tombs at Meer. Dr. Emlyn Dodd for a thesis entitled Roman and Late Antique Wine Production in the Eastern Mediterranean, and comparative archaeological study at Antiochia at Kragum and Delos. Dr. Ellen Trevor Downs for a thesis entitled, How Does Tangut Work? Dr. Hannah Claire Irwin for a thesis entitled, The Land of Heart's Desire, Nostalgia and the Irish Fairy Landscape. Dr. Timothy Michael Jones for a thesis entitled, A Mere Equestrian, Sejanus and the Succession to Tiberius in its Augustan Context. Dr. Ruth Elizabeth Lucabio for a thesis entitled, A Ministry for Youth to a Ministry of Youth, Aspects of Protestant Youth Ministry in Sydney 1930 to 1959. Dr. Nicole Kate McNamara for a thesis entitled, Understanding Cycling, Practices and Experiences in Sydney. Dr. Cleo Cecile Mies for a thesis entitled, Washing Lines, Encounters in Improvised Handheld Video Portraiture. Dr. Mirko Pavlovic for a thesis entitled, Non-Monolithic Analysis of Islam and Terrorism in Australian Press, 1990 to 2015. Dr. Bianca Lee Sanderson for a thesis entitled, The Old Female Power, How Women Shaped the History of Ancient Rome. Dr. Gillian Leslie Spalding Stracy for a thesis entitled, The Cross in the Visual Culture of Christian Egypt, Byzantine to Fatimid Eras. Dr. Paul Henry Yeats for a thesis entitled, Competing Cosmologies in Early Christianity, Cosmology in the Book of Revelation, Roman Imperial Ideology, and in the Province of Asia. I present the graduate from the Faculty of Business and Economics, admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Emma Jackson. Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Arts.
Chancellor, I call on Dr. Nicole Kate McNamara, who has graduated today with a Doctor of Philosophy, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Dr. McNamara.
As a non-Indigenous Australian who grew up in Campbelltown in Dharawal country, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land upon which the university is situated, the Wadamatagal people of the Darug Nation, and pay my respects to the elders of the Darug Nation, past, present and emerging. their cultures and customs have nurtured and continue to nurture the land and waters upon which we meet. Chancellor, members of the University Council, academic colleagues and guests, thank you to Professor Mollering for the opportunity to speak on behalf of the graduates here today. I have no doubt that today is a very special day for every graduate and their guests. Today is the culmination of years of hard work, late nights, IT conundrums, perhaps some tears, and hopefully many, many wonderful memories of your time here at Macquarie. University life, no matter the degree, can be incredibly challenging, and we should all be proud of getting to this point today. It has taken immense effort and perseverance, so good on us. On behalf of the graduates, I would like to extend a wholehearted thank you to our families, friends and mentors, and to the academics who have inspired us and helped us along the way. And extend our gratitude to our supervisors and fellow students who have supported us throughout our academic pursuits, providing advice, kindness, and well-needed humour. Thank you for all your encouragement, love, and friendship. I feel indebted to my family, friends, supervisors, and university community for all your support that they have provided. So many people have helped shape my academic career, and there's too many to mention, but some of my biggest supporters are here today, and I thank you so much for helping me get through what has been an incredible time. To those who are not able to be here today, I extend the same thanks. This is my third degree, my second postgraduate research degree, and it has by far been the most difficult, stimulating, and also the most rewarding of endeavours. It is one that I will look back on with immense pride in both myself and in my husband for putting up with my thirst to keep on pushing myself and learn new things. When embarking upon the PhD, I wasn't sure where it would lead, and I could not have envisaged the opportunities for self-discovery, the friendships that I have developed, or the experiences to travel and share knowledge and learn that studying a PhD at Macquarie has afforded. Since starting in mid-2014, I have had the privilege to represent the Department of Geography and Planning and the Faculty of Arts at conferences in Beijing and Boston, and at home in Adelaide, Brisbane and Sydney. I've been involved in the department through tutoring, lecturing and even co-convening a unit. These have all been extraordinary learning experiences which have set me on a career path quite different to the one that I thought I would end up navigating almost 4 years ago, and I'm so glad that I viewed the PhD as a training ground for life post-thesis. After getting through these past years, I can say with confidence that I know myself more completely, I know what I am capable of, and I know that I always have more to learn. I hope that in times to come, each graduate here today will look back at their time spent at Macquarie University as playing an integral role in the formation of their careers, their futures, and of course, their friendships. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, Nicole, on an excellent address, and congratulations on your third degree. Just because you've got 3 degrees doesn't mean you can't come back for a fourth. You'd be most welcome, and for a fifth and a sixth if needs be. But we'll always be pleased to see you here at Macquarie University. So thank you for coming back for a third degree. I think she deserves another great round of applause. Well, now, that wasn't too bad, was it? That glorious voice, ladies and gentlemen, belongs to Angela Brewer. And we're very fortunate here at Macquarie University because Angela sings at almost all of our graduations, but not all of them. Sometimes she can't make it. So you were very fortunate today that she was able to sing at one of your dual graduation. So, and by the way, when she can't make it, which happens from time to time, I do the singing. So you were very lucky today. I think she deserves another great round of applause. Well, graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with Macquarie. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, which is our alumni, and part of the network of over 184,000 Macquarie alumni spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our alumni program, which is focused on lifelong learning, lifelong support, and lifelong connections. Our commitment to you is to help you keep in touch with Macquarie and engage with Macquarie throughout your life. And please, graduates, do make sure that you come back to Macquarie, either to undertake more study or to attend alumni events or use our aquatic and fitness facilities, or even, if you like, just come back and enjoy a quiet picnic down by our lake. Well, now, graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges. But like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. Believe it or not, you, each and every one of you, can change the world. And you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to do it either. Because almost everything you do, in your homes, in your workplaces, and in your communities matters and can make a huge difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate throughout society through the decades, indeed the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or a kind gesture can often be the spark that ignites a great life or a great career or a great achievement. So as Chancellor of Macquarie University, I charge you to use what you have learned, not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I charge you to recognise the worth and dignity of all people, especially those who have not had the opportunities that you've enjoyed. I charge you to set high goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. I charge you, wherever you go, go with all your heart. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. Graduates, I hope also that you'll always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom, of course, are here with you today to help you celebrate. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm now going to ask you to do a few things. Graduates, would you now please stand? I'd now like you to put your degrees on the seats behind you so that your hands are free, and I'd like you to turn to face your families and your friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. Now, graduates, you can turn around now, but Don't forget to pick up the degrees behind you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will soon lead the academic procession down through the centre aisle and out down to the marquee. It will then be my pleasure to invite all of you to join the academic procession down the centre aisle, down to the marquee, where we have some light refreshments, which I hope you all stay and enjoy. We also, by the way, have some nice refreshments for the children. We have ice creams and we have fairy floss, and they're available to everyone up to and exceeding my age, so you're most welcome to partake of them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, would you all now please stand? And please remain standing until the last of the graduates have processed out. Well, now, graduates, I wish you the very best for the future, and in the words of the old Irish blessing, may the road rise up to meet you, may the wind always be at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your face, and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Graduates, good luck.